I throw lecture on the subject compiler design, subject code CS702. This is for computer science and engineering students. I am Konkon Jana, Assistant Professor of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management, JS Group. This is module 2 of the subject compiler design, having the subject code CS702. This lecture based on the syllabus of BTech Computer Science and Engineering of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal, formerly known as West Bengal University of Technology. Contents of Module 2 lecture is syntax analysis, which have 8 lectures in total. The role of a parser, context-free grammars, writing a grammar, top-down parsing, non-recursive predictive parsing, that is LL, bottom-up parsing, handles, variable of prefixes, operator precedent parsing, LR parser, SLR, LALR, parser generators, YACC, error recovery strategies for different parsing technique. Next, syntax directed translation, which have 4 lectures in total. Syntax directed definition, construction of syntax trees, bottom of evaluation of S attribute definition, L attribute definition, bottom of evaluation of inherited attributes. So we will start lecture 1 of module 2 in this session. I am using digital whiteboard for better dictation, important point and some reference will be written in this board. How we learn syntax analysis? In this module, in this module 2, we will know parsing methods that are typically used in compilers. We first present the basic concept, then techniques suitable for hand implementation, and finally algorithms that have been using in automated tools. Since program may contain syntactic errors, we discuss extension of the parsing methods for every from common errors. By design, every programming language has precise rules that prescribe the syntactic structure of well-formed programming. Suppose in C language, for example, a programming is made up of functions. A function out of declaration and statements, a statement out of expression, and so on. So the syntax of programming language construct can be specified by context free grammars. By context free grammar, that is VNF, and VNF notation will be used for this purpose. Grammars offer significant benefits for both language designers and the compiler. Now, what are the benefits? A grammar gives a precise yet easy to understand syntactic specification of a programming language. From certain classes of grammars, we can construct automatically an efficient parser that determines the syntactic structure of a source program. As a side benefit, the parser construction process can reveal syntactic ambiguities and trouble spots that might have supplied through the initial design phase of a language. And the structure imparted to a language by a properly designed grammar is useful for translating source program into correct object code and for detecting errors. Now, a grammar allows a language to be evolved or developed iteratively by adding new construct to perform new tasks. This new construct can be integrated more easily into an implementation that follows the grammatical structure of the language. Now we will know the role of the parser. We examine the way the parser first into a typical compiler. We then look at typical grammars for arithmetic expression, grammars for expression suffice for illustrating the essence of parsing. Since parsing technique for expression carry over to most programming construct. So in this session ends with a discussion of error handling, since the parser must respond gracefully to finding that its input cannot be generated by its grammar. In our compiler model, the parser obtains a string of tokens from the lexical analyzer. Parser obtain string of token from where? From lexical analyzer. Okay, and this is shown in this diagram. Okay, and verifies that the string of token names, okay, string of token names can be generated by the grammar for the source language. We expect the parser to report any syntax error in an intelligible fashion and to recover from commonly occurring errors to continue processing the remainder of the program. And conceptually, for well-formed program, the parser construct a parse tree. Construct a parse tree. Okay, and parser it passes to the rest of the compiler for further processing. In fact, the parser tree need not be constructed explicitly, since checking and translation action can be intercepted with parsing, as we shall derive it for the next session. Thus, the parser and the rest of the front-end code will be implemented by a single module. There are three general types of parser for grammars. Okay. This is universal, top down, and bottom up. What about universal parsing method? This is such as the Koch-Engel-Kasami algorithm. Kasami algorithm and Euler's algorithm. Euler's algorithm. Okay, and that can parse any type of grammar. That can parse any type of grammar. This general method are, however, too inefficient to use in production. Of the compiler. The method commonly used in compilers can be classified as being either top down or bottom up. As implied by their names, top down methods build parse trees. Top down method build parse trees from the top root, that is a top root, to the bottom. Bottom, that means the leaf node. While bottom of method start from the leaf and work their way up to what? Up to the root. Okay. So in this case, input to the parser is scanned from left to right. Left to right, one symbol at a time. The most efficient top-down and bottom-up methods work only for subclasses of grammars, but several of these classes, particularly LL and LR grammars, LL and LR grammars, are expressive enough to describe most of the syntactic construct in modern programming languages. Parser implemented by hand often use LL grammar. For example, the predictive parsing. Predictive parsing. And this predictive parsing approach works for LL grammars. Parser for the larger class of LR grammar are usually constructed using automated tools. We assume that the output of the parser is some representations of the parse tree. For the stream of tokens that comes from the lexical analyzer. That comes from the lexical analyzer. Okay, and that is the, in practice, these are a number of tasks that might be conducted during parsing. Such as collecting information about various tokens into the symbol table, performing type checking and other kinds of semantic analysis, and generating intermediate things. Now, representative of grammars. Some of the grammars that will be examined are presented here for ease of references. Construct that begins with keywords like while, int are relatively easy to parse because the keyword guides the choice of the grammar production that must be applied to match the input. We therefore concentrate on expression which present more of challenge because of the associativity and precedence of operator. Associativity and precedence of operator. And precedence of operator, and that will be captured in the following grammar. For describing expression, terms and factors, E represents expression consisting of terms separated by the plus sign. T represents terms consisting of factor, and that will be separated by the asterisk symbol. And F represent factors that can be either parenthesized expression or identifiers. Parenthesized expression or identifiers. And this expression of grammar belongs to the class of LR grammars that are suitable for bottom up. LR is suitable for bottom up parsing. This grammar can be adapted to handle additional operators and additional levels of precedence. However, it cannot be used for top-down parsing because it is left recursive. It is left recursive. Top-down cannot be used in some cases. Okay. The following grammar treats the plus and the asterisk symbol equal. So it is useful for illustrating techniques for handling ambiguities during parsing. Here, so in this expression, what you can get? Okay. Here, E represents of all type of grammar permits more than one parser tree. For the expression A plus B star C. Now we will know about the syntax error handling. Consider the nature of syntactic errors and general strategies for error recovery. Two of the strategies called panic mode and phrase level recovery. Panic mode and phrase level recovery in connection with specific parsing methods. If a compiler had to process only correct programs, its design and implementation would be simplified greatly. However, a compiler is expected to assist the programmer in locating and tracking down errors that inevitably creep into programs. Despite the programmer's best efforts, strikingly few languages have been designed with error handling in mind. Even though errors are so commonplace, our civilizations would be radically different if spoken language had the same requirements for syntactic accuracy as computer languages. Okay, so most programming language specifications do not describe how a compiler should respond to errors. Error handling is left to the compiler designer. Planning the error handling right from the start can be simplify the structure of a compiler and improve its handling of errors. Common programming errors can occur at many different levels. That is in lexical errors that includes misspelling of identifiers, keywords or operators, as for example the use of an identifier ellipse size you have spell out at ellipse size and missing quotes around text intended as a string. Next one is the syntactic error that include misplaced semicolons or extra or missing braces. ঠিক আছে, already I have included that, but no braces is there or extra braces included. Okay, as another example of this, in C or Java the appearance of a case statement without an enclosing switch is a syntactic error. Another one is the semantic errors. What about the semantic errors? That include type mismatch between operators and operand. An example is a return statement in Java method with result type void. Next is the logical errors. Can be anything from incorrect reasoning on the part of the programmer to the use in a C program of the assignment operator instead of the comparison operator. Okay, assignment operator equals to and comparison operator is this. Okay, and that will be is a logical operator. So in this section already I have discussed about some error. Now there are some error handler in parsing. Okay, and in a parser has goals that are simple to state but challenging to realize. Report the presence of errors clearly and accurately for handling. Recover from each error quickly enough to detect subsequent errors. Add minimal overhead to the processing of correct program. So, this is about our first lecture. Thank you.